Hello and welcome to another week of building Morak. Last time we did basically this triangle here and this little mountain face. The plan, at the end of the episode, I realised that this was massively overhanging the edge here, so I needed a way to move this back. And the only way I've got to move this back is by removing all of this. So that's going to be this week's episode, finding a new home for about these 4 or 5 base plates. Let's try and find some space in this house. Before we do that, let's hit the intro. Okay, so the mock is currently split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individual sections. These 3 we will be keeping and moving to the left side over here, but 1, 2, 3, and 4 will all need to be moving, so let's move them. Okay, so I am now here in the garage, a room which I don't believe you've seen on my channel before. Basically, I've got this table space here, which I think is probably about the same size as the table in my room, if not even a little bit bigger. And basically, this is where Morak's going to sit, or at least where the ground section is going to sit until I finish the top bit. I'm going to put Morak down and then put like a bed sheet over the top, just so it doesn't stay too dusty. And then I'll bring it out whenever I need it again. So I should cut and Morak should be set in front of you here. Okay, so a bit of a new location. We're in the garage. You can see here I've cleared out this space so I can leave a lot of the main terrain of Morak for the time being. So you can see here's 2 base plates here. There's another one under there. That's where the main juggernaut section goes. This is the big one. This is the parts on the far left. You can see, as I said I would do before, I filled out all the terrain on top of there. Haven't done the end because I didn't see where it was connecting to. So I'll just fill in that in towards the very end, but happy with that. So yeah, finally cleared some actual space in the desk so I can move forward with the mock. So very happy with how that's going. Moving this big section here on the right, it's all connected together, as you can see on the back. So moving that down the stairs and in through multiple doorways was terrifying, but you know, it's here, minimal breakage, and that's what matters, so it's all good. So I've got this bed sheet which I'm just going to cover over the top so as minimal dust gets on it as possible for when I need it again. Perfect. Instead of actually just moving stuff, I thought it might be a good idea to make some progress as well. So you can see here I've started moving along into the main body of the river to try and make it a bit wider. Also expand the dam. You can see here it's going quite well so far. This will be about the whole width of the river. It'll be a little bit further on the right side as well. And maybe about half of the space the water is on the left. That further onto the right as well, just to create a nice wide river and a good length of the bridge overall without taking up too much space. Because basically this is now my first building Morak episode post me displaying at Oxford Brick Festival. And if you've not seen that video, make sure to watch that video. But you'll basically understand that from now on, me building this mock, I need to put a lot more thought into what I'm going to have to do in order to transport it. Because my plan is to transport this mock at the end of when it's done, to take it to conventions and things like that. So yeah, I need to put some good thought into how I'm going to move it, pretty much. But yeah, so you can see here, I didn't film much of the progress on this stuff, but it's just similar. Some more base plates. This is another 32 by I think 48 going down this way. And yeah, it's split into 2 sections. Like this part is all one here because this will all just be tiled over. So this will be a nice just bit of water in the middle. And then this will be the next part of the dam. I realised that the dam's starting to look a little bit boring and samey. So I think what I'm going to do is get a bit of sand green and just as a new colour to introduce. Just to put under like the bottom of the dam to almost make it look a little bit like rust. Or to make it look, I might put some, I'm trying to think of another colour to go in with it as well, but I can't think of one right now. So I'm just going to mix some sand green into the very bottom layer of this dam, just like the first 2 or 3 bricks maybe up, just to give it a little bit more colour and a little bit more interest. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you can now see that my table has dramatically changed from how it was before. I can stick the very edge of the cliff right up against the side there, and now I've got all this new wonderful space to work on my next base plates, and then I can move this section out, move it to the left, and just keep going with that kind of process. So now this section just about fits a new base plate in there. So I think I can get like that and another green base plate, but I'll probably just move the side out because I think from here out I should be going another 2 grey base plates and a green base plate out, and that should be the full. So 2 of these and then another green one lengthwise, staying well, not staying same widthwise, because obviously this is where I build my corner out, and then there'll be, I think it goes to 2 grey base plates when it's out. It might be a bit further than that. I've said it all before how big it actually works out, but yeah, that's generally it. But I've now got new base plates to work on, and I can finally work on some new stuff instead of rocks and water. Can't wait. Alright, so you can see here I've now entirely filled these base plates in dark green, so it looks all nice. Although that piece there is not quite right, so I'll just fix that one. But you can see there is some bits that are not just green plate, like those are anti-studs. There's a couple of tiles over there. That's just because I've completely run out of dark green as a colour in general. So I'm basically going to put my big rocks similar to that just over those gaps, so no one sees them. Easy as. You can also see, as I've previously mentioned, I did put my sand green layer into the bottom of this as well as finishing out this wall. And I really like how it looks. I had to build like half of the dam upside down now to get these like upside down cheese slopes in. If you see down there, you can see a couple of bits missing there, but I'll fix that soon enough. Okay, now we've got something which has not been seen on this channel for a very long time, which is a time lapse of me putting down these water tiles to fill it in the next section. Which is, yeah, I for some reason thought this would be quite interesting, although I realised after not too long that it's just going to be me placing down 1x2 tiles for a very long time, so I just did it for this base plate and then pretty much skipped it for the next one. Turns out a time-lapse of just 1x2 tiles wouldn't have been particularly interesting, all in all, so I kind of just did that first base plate and then I left it there. But you can see I've connected the water in here to basically show how big my lake's going to be. It's going to be that, and then maybe just like 3 or 4 studs over on this side. So nice and fairly wide, I think, just to make it long enough that it makes sense to have a big bridge going over the top. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this looks. You can see dogs are not going to leave me alone, thank you. But all of these gaps will be put more similar rocks just to that one in dark tan with some transclear cheese slopes going around it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks all in all. So let's fill in those rocks. There we go. You can see now I've filled in a couple of those rocks for you there. Yeah, obviously they will all have this white transclear cheese slopes around them. So you can see there's little gaps for all that, but I do not have those currently. So those are in the post through Brooklink and should be here relatively soon. But you can see that's what it fits all looks like together. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Obviously it's not tons of detail, but it basically had to get done across. And yeah, needed to be done, so here we are. And yeah, unfortunately, that's going to have to wrap up this week's progress. I know that it's been about 3 weeks since my last Morak update, so you'd have thought I'd have a little bit more progress done. But I had spent a lot of time in those past few weeks on this mock here, which you may have seen. And that's basically halted my progress momentarily. And now I've got another project beside Morak, which I also need to work on. But my plan is with that next project to try and keep both that and Morak in, put equal effort into both rather than spending a lot of time on the other project and minimal time on Morak. But we will finally be moving on to the next few base plates where we are finally building the actual base and the actual refinery. So that should be fun. So hopefully you will enjoy and stick around for that. And if you're excited for that, hit the like button if you like the video. Comment. No idea what you should comment. Just leave a comment. Just say Really like the rock in the back right. That's my favourite rock. Make sure to comment that. And subscribe if you're new so you do not miss the next exciting bit of Morak progress. Thank you so much for watching. Also, my voice has sounded a bit weird throughout this entire video as well. I have been ill. So yeah, it's just been a myriad of different issues running into this. But we got there in the end. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And goodbye.